padaya Krishna prasthaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, Hare Krishna, nice to see you, everyone. Namacharya was supposed to give the class today, but he had some last-minute engagements with the ongoing services, so I'll try to do this service this morning. I'm sorry I'm not so much prepared, but we'll try and read the verse and see how we go. Is it okay? Ooh, can you hear now? So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, entitled Krishna is the Source of All Incarnations, text number 23. Is it 23?
Yes, correct.
23? Okay. Eko navimshe vimshati me.
Eko navimshe vimshati me.
Eko navimshe vimshati me.
Eko navimshe vimshati me.
Vrishnishu prapya janmani.
Vrishnishu prapya janmani.
Rama Krishna iti bhuvo.
Rama Krishna iti bhuvo.
Rama Krishna iti bhuvo.
Rama Krishna iti bhuvo.
Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Eko navimshe vimshati me. Vrishnishu prapya janmani. Rama Krishna iti bhuvo. Bhagavan aharat bharam. Eko navimshe vimshati me. Vrishnishu prapya janmani. Rama Krishna iti bhuvo. Bhagavan aharat bharam. Ekonavimshe vimshati me. Vrishneshu prapya janmani. Rama Krishna iti bhuvo. Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Ekonavimshe vimshati me.
Ekonavimshe vimshati me.
Vrishnishu prapya janmani.
Vrishnishu prapya janmani.
Rama Krishna viti bhuvo.
Rama Krishna iti bhuvo.
Bhagavan aharat bharam.
Bhagavan aharat bharam. Ekonavimshe vimshati me. Vrishnishu prapya janmani. Ramakrishna Viti Bhuvo Bhagavan Aharadharam Ekona Vimshe Vimshatime Vrishnishu Prapya Janmane Ramakrishna Viti Bhuvo Bhagavan Aharadharam. So, anyone else? Okay. So do the word for word. Ekona Vimshe. In the 19th.
In the 19th.
Vimshatime. In the 20th also.
In the 20th also.
Vrishnishu. In the Vrishni dynasty.
In the Vrishni dynasty.
Prapya. Having obtained. Janmani. Births. Rama. Balaram. Krishna. Shri Krishna. Iti. Thus. Bhuvaha. Of the world. Bhagavan. The personality of Godhead. Aharat. Removed. Bharam. Burden. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. In the 19th and 20th incarnations, the Lord advented Himself as Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna in the family of Vrishni, the Yadu dynasty. And by so doing, He removed the burden of the world. Purport. The specific mention of the word Bhagavan in this text indicates that Balaram and Krishna are original forms of the Lord. This will be further explained later. Lord Krishna is not an incarnation of the Purusha, as we learned from the beginning of this chapter. He is directly the original personality of Godhead, and Balaram is the first plenary manifestation of the Lord. From Baladev, the first phalanx of plenary expansions, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna expands. Lord Sri Krishna is Vasudev, and Baladev is Sankarshan. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the translation again. In the 19th and 20th incarnations, the Lord advented himself as Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna in the family of Vrishni, the Yadu dynasty, and by so doing, he removed the burden of the world. Oopsie. So, just wrote a few notes, so I'll just refer to that as well a little bit. So this chapter is a very nice chapter. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. And as it was mentioned in the purport, at the beginning of this chapter we heard about the Purusha incarnation. Let's have a look there. So, the beginning of the chapter. So, these verses are spoken by Sutta Goswami. It says, in the beginning of the creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all the ingredients for the material creation. And thereafter, verse by verse, they are described the list of some of the main incarnations of the Lord. Of course, we know that the Lord has unlimited incarnations, but we'll just quickly go through. So the first one was the Purusha incarnation, which I understand to be the Mahavishnu, the Karanodakashayi Vishnu, because it says from him it all manifested all the ingredients for material creation. And then, and then it's describing how from a part of the Purusha, which means the next expansion, the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, he lies down, and from the navel sprouts the lotus stem, and from the lotus stem comes who? Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma comes from the lotus stem. He is the master of all engineers of the universe. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, so there's a few verses there then describing about these Mahavishnu and how the different Vishnus are created and how the universes are expanding from the Mahavishnu. A few verses there describing that. And then here the second incarnation is listed is the boar incarnation. And maybe we've noticed recently there's evidence of quite a few boar here around in New Mayapur. If we just look in the field, we see half the field is dug up by the boars. So that's the second incarnation, is the boar incarnation. And then the third is Devarishi Narada, who is the third empowered incarnation. And the fourth is Nara and Narayan. The fifth is Lord Kapila. The sixth incarnation is what's the name? It just says the son of the sage Atri, Dattatreya. Yeah, Dattatreya. And then the second incarnation was Yagya, the son of Prajapati Ruchi and his wife Akuti. And the eighth incarnation was King Rishabhadev. And the ninth incarnation was Prithu Maharaj. Okay. And then the next one listed here is the form of the fish. What is the name of the fish? Matsya Avatar. And the 11th incarnation was the form of a tortoise. Kurma. And the 12th incarnation was the Lord who is carrying this pot of, nectar, I guess, Dhanvantari. In the 15th incarnation was the dwarf incarnation, Vamanadev. In the 16th incarnation, it says, in the 16th incarnation, the Lord annihilated the administrative class Kshatriyas 21 times. So it says Brihupati. Is that Parshuram? Yes. That's the same. Yeah? Okay. In the 17th incarnation, Sri Vyasadev appeared in the womb of Satyavati. Okay. In the 18th incarnation, we heard yesterday, was Lord Ramachandra. And today we're hearing in the 19th and 20th incarnation, the Lord advented himself as Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna in the family of Vrishni, the Yadu dynasty, and by so doing he removed the burden of the world. So it's very nice, we're hearing all about the Lord's appearance in his different forms. And it says here, Lord Balaram and Lord Krishna appeared in the family of Vrishni, the Yadu dynasty. So I don't know so much about that, like off by heart, like the family of Vrishni, the Yadu dynasty. So I thought I would just have a look. In the Bhagavatam we have all these big family trees. In the 9th canto there's so many family trees here in the last part of the Bhagavatam. Like this, so many, like 5-10 pages of so many different family trees in Bhagavatam. Like that, so many. This big one over here, very big. Of course, it's quite detailed, and it might not be the most captivating or interesting thing to learn about is, who was the father of this one and this one and this one in 5, 10, 20 generations. It might not be the most interesting thing to hear about or to read about. But Lord Krishna does say in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, verse 9. Does anyone know what that verse is? Bhagavad. Thank you so much. Yeah. So in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punar janma neti ma meti sarjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, Arjuna. In the purport, quite a long purport, we'll just have a look at it a little bit. One who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead is already liberated from material bondage, and therefore he returns to the kingdom of God immediately after quitting this present material body. So one thing which came to mind when I was looking at this verse and this chapter is I'm from like Indian family, kind of like Hindu family. So somehow or another we understood, or we learned that there are 3 gods. There's Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva, Shankara. The 3. And here, just at that moment, Shivadas Prabhu is coming. Shivadas, Hare Krishna. And we have also Julian Shankara. Shri Radha Govinda Madhava Krishna Balaram Gauranika Ki. Oopsie, these flowers are getting all over the laptop. So, somehow or another, we, as growing up as kids, we used to watch this Mahabharata series on TV and Ramayana, and we had these little small kind of like Vedic history books. We had many Prabhupada books as well. We had Srimad Bhagavatam, everything there was sitting in the home for many years, although no one read the Bhagavatam for a while, but it was always there. But somehow we had the understanding that there's Brahma, he is the creator, and there's Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the destroyer. And of course there's many pastimes, but basically Vishnu is the source of the 10 main incarnations. And of course this list here, we've come to 20 incarnations here, but we also hear about the other list of the Das avatar. So shall we quickly go through the Das avatar? Anyone like to start? Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narsinga, and then Parashuram. I think he's also in that list, I think. Parashuram, Lord Ramachandra, Krishna, Buddha, Kalki. Yeah. So these are the Das avatar which we learned as children. But we always thought that, okay, these Das avatar, including Lord Krishna, including Lord Ram, they're coming from Lord Vishnu. So it means Vishnu is the supreme. And Krishna and Lord Ramachandra, all these other incarnations are coming from Vishnu. And that's basically all we knew. And then, like we also do here, that in the world there is different opinions about who is the supreme. Some say the supreme is Vishnu. Some say the supreme is Shiva. Who else has any examples of? Sometimes people say maybe Kali. Sometimes say Kali is the supreme, or Durga is the supreme. Has anyone heard these things? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. So, we had these ideas. But like we just read, Prabhupada said, one who can understand the truth of the appearance of the personality of Godhead, etc., is already liberated and therefore returns to the kingdom of God. So, from Prabhupada's books, from Srimad Bhagavatam especially, we can start to understand the truth of the Lord's appearance. So, especially in this chapter, from the beginning to the end, especially in verse 28, which we'll come to maybe the week after, Canto 1, chapter 3, verse 28. Does anyone know that verse in Bhagavatam? That's the verse, yeah. Ete cham shakala pumsa krishnastu bhagavan swayam indrari vyakulam lokam mridayanti yuge yuge. So, rather than speculating, we can just turn a few pages and read the exact translation. All the above-mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheists. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists. So throughout this chapter, it's made very clear that Lord Sri Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all of the other expansions are coming from him. So, would anyone like to share, like, before, coming to Krishna consciousness, before understanding this knowledge, did anyone have any conception of God in their life, and who is God and who is the Supreme? Did anyone have any experience? Would anyone like to share?
For example, everybody is Christian. The religion there is Christian. And you believe this Jesus Christ is God.
Yeah.
So, here's normally Prabhupada told you such a Vaishnava. If you worship God, Jesus Christ, can you come to God?
You're asking a question?
Yeah.
If you worship Jesus Christ, can you come to God? I don't know what Prabhupada said on this topic.
If you worship Buddha, you can come to Krishna, or if you another incarnation. If you come to Krishna, you can come to Vrindavan, you can come to Krishna.
Julian was going to say something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Krishna gave to the ones who want to believe in something else, it can be Shiva, Jesus Christ, to develop their devotional qualities already in their life, so that in the next life they will reach, or one way or another, with Krishna as the supreme person.
I mean, like I can just say that, throughout our histories and scriptures, we hear examples of, associates of the Lord, even associates of Lord Chaitanya, who, their bhav is, or their devotion is, for example, Lord Ramachandra, who is at Murari Gupta. So Murari Gupta is one example, and he's like a really great devotee of Lord Ramachandra, even as an associate, direct associate of Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself. He is a devotee of Lord Ram, and maybe others can tell the pastime better than me, but then it's explained that why is because actually you are Hanuman, is it? Yeah, he's Hanuman, so Hanuman considered like pure devotee, but it's not like he still has to graduate towards becoming a Krishna devotee. So this is something I can say, but
I don't think the fabric is eternal.
yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said that he doesn't have to, it's not that he has to still go further and graduate to become devotee of Krishna. He's already perfect in his position as servant of Lord Ramachandra.
Prabhupada said Jesus, worshippers of Jesus, they go to the planet of Jesus and then they get further training to worship the Supreme Lord. Jesus Christ trains them. Sudhakirti recently said that.
Okay. So let's just have so that sort of saying is that, some of this information about the family tree, it's a bit technical and maybe not so captivating, but nonetheless it is related to the appearance of the Lord. It is one of the unlimited truths in relation to the appearance of the Lord. So of course it's definitely nice to know about all the pastimes of the Lord with his devotees, and the Lord is killing demons, or the Lord is having his pastimes with the gopis. Everything is very important. So this is also important. So we'll just try and have a quick look at that. It might not be so easy to grasp straight away. It's not like a pastime or something, but we'll just have a quick look. Second. Okay. So it says here, Lord appeared in the family of Vrishni. The Vrishni family is an ancient Yadu dynasty. It is part of the larger Yadu lineage, one of the most important royal lineage in Vedic tradition. So we have a look here in the 9th canto. I know you won't be able to see it, but I'll just show you as an example. It starts here at the top with King Pururava. So I would just for the purpose of hearing, I will just try to delineate the path to Krishna. Is it okay?
Yes.
So we have King Pururava. I guess I have to see where Krishna is first, see how I'm going to get there. Yeah. So we have King Pururava, had 5 sons. One was Nahusha, who had 6 sons. One was Yayati. Has anyone heard of Yayati? Yayati Maharaj's pastime is also described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And would anyone like to say what happened to King Yayati?
He gets cursed that Sukracharya curses him that he has to become old because he had an affair with Sharmishta.
Okay.
So what happened was he had to go to one of his sons that he was telling them that I haven't finished the desire of my sexual life with my wife, Devayani. So please take. He goes to many sons. I think the last one, what was his name?
Yadu. No, Yadu is the first one.
Who agrees? One of the son agrees to exchange his old age.
I think it's Puru. Yeah. Thank you, Lakshan Prabhu. So yeah, King Yayati, 1, 2, 3. Over here it's listed 5. I don't know, maybe there's 4 or 5, but so the one is Yadu. One of the sons of Yayati was Yadu.
I think Yadu denies it because
he said no, because Lord Krishna is going to appear, is going to be one of the descendants. So he said, no, I cannot do this because Lord Krishna is to appear in my line. So he said, sorry, I cannot. So there was Yadu, Turvasu, Druhyu, Anu, and Puru. So I believe it was Puru, the youngest son, who agreed to exchange his youth. So Yayati, and then Yadu, Turvasu, Druhu, Anu, Puru. And from Yadu, we have Sahasrajit, Kroshta, Nala, and Ripu. And from Sahasrajit, it says there's like 10 generations, and then some further sons. It says Jayadvaj, and then some 1,000 sons. And then Vrishni, so here's Yadu here, and then there's like 10, 11, 12 generations, and Vrishni is listed here. So it's not something I fully understand, but anyway, there's Vrishni. Okay? And then coming down this line, from Yadu, Kroshta, 4 generations, Shashabindu had 1 billion sons, and then a further 4 generations, Vidarbha. Vidarbha had 3, Kusha, Krata, and Romapad. And from the middle one here, Krata, there's 19 generations. There's Satvata. There's Bhajaman. There's another Vrishni here, so that's probably what it is. Yeah, there's another Vrishni.
What is a Vrishni?
Vrishni, yeah, this is the name. It's the name of, yeah, Vrishni is.
Because you mentioned multitude.
Yeah, there's more. There's different ones. Yeah. There's Bhajaman, Vrishni, Devavriddha, Bhaji, Divya, Andhaka, and Mahabhoja. So some of these names may be coming familiar now. We may have heard of this Andhaka dynasty, Vrishni dynasty. Yeah. So I've also, in the background, heard of this Andhaka. Maybe you heard, like these terms. And then from Vrishni, we have Sumitra and Yudhajit. And from there, Shini and Anamitra. And from there, Nigna, Shini, and another Vrishni. That's interesting. And then from this Vrishni, we have Shvafalka and Chitraratha. Maybe someone heard of this name, Chitraratha, Viduratha. And then from 4 generations, there's Ridika, Devamidha, Shatadhanu, Kritavarma. And then the son of Devamidha is Shurasen. Who is Shurasen?
Meditating on the name Kritavarma. Is that the same Kritavarma who was in the Mahabharata?
It must be.
He is part of the conspiracy.
Surasena is the grandfather of Krishna. Grandfather of Krishna. Surasena?
No.
Kansa. Surasena.
Ugrasen.
Okay. So is Surasena.
Ugrasen is the father of Kamsa, right?
Yeah.
This is Shurasena. So who is Shurasena? Shurasena is the father of Vasudev. Yeah.
So his brother is Surasena, no?
The brothers.
C'est le grand-father, Surasena, c'est le grand-father du péché.
I don't know because it's not written here, but maybe it is.
Son of Vasudeva.
So from
Surasena is the grand-father.
maybe someone can search it, but
Grand-father péché.
it's from Shurasen. It says Vasudev, 9 other sons, and then Kunti and 4 other daughters. Of course, they could be from different wives, but it's not listed here. And from Vasudev, then we have Balaram, Subhadra, Krishna, and other sons, it says. And from Kunti, it says we have Karna and the Pandavas. Yeah. So that's just a brief look there. And because Krishna comes in the Vrishni dynasty, one of his names is, I'll just try to pronounce it correctly, Varshneya. This is one of Krishna's names, is Varshneya, because he comes in the Vrishni clan. The Vrishni is actually described as a clan. You know, if you have a dynasty means like a big lineage, 10, 20, 30, 40 generations. It's like huge dynasty. When we say clan, it means like a smaller group within the dynasty. So it says in the family of Vrishni. So it's like a smaller group. We see here, Vrishni is here like a few generations before. So one of Krishna's names is Varshneya, because he comes in the family of Vrishni. And a few other names is Yadava or Yadavendra. These are some other names of Krishna because he comes in the Yadu dynasty. Okay? Is it okay? Good. All right. Okay, I'll just close this canto for now. Okay, I'll just see if I had a few other points. Okay, so we've looked at the family of Vrishni and the Yadu dynasty. We've briefly gone over that. And it said, by doing so, he removed the burden of the world. So can anyone think of any other references where the Lord says that he removes the burden? When he comes as an incarnation, he removes the burden of the world. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we already quoted 4.9, but if we go back to 4.7 and 4.8, if we want, we can chant together. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Next verse. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So here's a few references where it's explained how the Lord appears and how he removes the burden of the world. Yeah. Okay. And in the purport, it says the specific mention of the word Bhagavan in this text indicates that Balaram and Krishna are the original forms of the Lord. So we've heard this term Bhagavan, Bhagavad Gita, also one of the names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes this title is also given to other respected personalities, but generally it refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Let's just have a look at the word Bhagavan, and what does it mean? Okay, I just wrote some notes here, somewhere.
The possessor of 6 opulence.
Exactly. So, sorry. The word Bhagavan comes from Bhaga, meaning opulence, and Van means one who possesses. So Bhagavan, the one who possesses all divine opulences. And there is a verse here somewhere. Ah, yeah, here it is, I think. Yeah. So in the Vishnu Purana, there's a verse, Aishvaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasashriya jnana vairagya yoshchaiva sannam bhaga itingana, meaning one who possesses in full the 6 opulences is called Bhagavan. So these are listed here in this verse. Maybe we can quickly go through them. Maybe each person can, whoever wants to, can list one of the opulences. So Aishwarya meaning, what is Aishwarya? Opulence, exactly, yeah. So Aishwarya meaning wealth or opulence, this is one of them. Beauty, so beauty here is called Shri, complete beauty, sorry. Sweetness, that's coming soon, but maybe we can, strength, so strength here is called Virya, complete strength and power. Say again? Detachment? Yes, detachment is one, is called Vairagya, or also called renunciation, is one of these 6 opulences. So wealth, strength, beauty, fame, yashas, complete fame. Dhyayan stuvam tasya yashas trisandhyam. I don't know if it's the same yashas, but. And then anything else? I think we've got 5. Wealth, strength, fame, beauty, renunciation, knowledge, jnana. Knowledge is jnana. Yeah, exactly. So we may know many, or we may have heard of many people who are very wealthy or very beautiful, or very knowledgeable, or very renounced, very detached. But no one except the Lord has these qualities in full, in completeness. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I was reading recently in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, I think it was 18th chapter, and they were talking about Shiva, and I went to check again in the Sanskrit, and it was even Bhagavan also about Shiva.
Yeah.
And I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, I did mention previously that other personalities are also sometimes addressed as Bhagavan. Can anyone tell any examples? Narada Muni also addressed sometimes as Bhagavan, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, like that. So I'm not sure exactly the understanding behind that, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, and Nitya Kishore mentioned sweetness, isn't it? So when we talk about the opulences and the qualities, it's described that Bhagavan, the possessor of all opulences, the Lord Sri Krishna, has 64 main qualities in full. Yeah. And all the other expansions, all the other Purusha incarnations may have up to, how many? Does anyone want to say?
We come up to 60.
Up to 60, yeah. So even Lord Vishnu, if we want to calculate its fraction or percentages, we can say that Vishnu is 60 out of 64. And I'm sorry, I don't have the numbers here. I think it's in Nectar of Devotion. Does anyone know the other numbers? And then Lord Shiva has
55.
Something like this, I think 55. And Lord Brahma, 50. Yeah. So the Lord Brahma has 50 in full. Lord Shiva has like 55 in full. Vishnu has 60 in full. But only Krishna has 64 out of 64, 100%. So the Jiva can have up to 50 of the opulences, not necessarily in full, but the jiva can have up to 50. Yeah. Okay. So, does anyone know what any of the 4 special, super excellent qualities of Krishna are?
Beauty.
Yes. In Sanskrit, this is called Rupa Madhurya. Rupa Madhurya, unparalleled beauty. Anyone else? Prema Madhurya. So, yeah, topmost loving relationships with his devotees. Venu Madhurya. Krishna is playing the flute in the topmost super excellent enchanting way. And Nitya Kishore mentioned sweet. Lila Madhurya, sweet pastimes. Is that right? Okay. So Lila Madhurya, Prema Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, and Rupa Madhurya. These are the 4 special qualities of Krishna. And just a few more minutes, at the end of the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions a few more of the expansions. So here it says, Balaram is the first plenary manifestation of the Lord. So in some places, Lord Balaram is also described as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we hear that Balaram and Krishna in one sense are identical, but what is the difference? The color, yeah. Krishna is dark and Balaram is white. Yes, yeah. And from Balaram, all the other main expansions come from Balaram. It says, from Baladev, the first phalanx of plenary expansions, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. So it's quite a technical topic. Again, I don't know everything, but I just have some notes here. I'll just try and find it. Okay. Yeah.
Krishna himself. He is very cold. And he has the fullness of the Prema Madhurya, Venu Madhurya. He has also this one.
I don't know. I think Balaram also has. Does he have a flute? No flute at all. I think so, no? I don't have a reference, but yeah. So I don't know what to say. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
He has his own copies. Right?
Yeah.
He has his own copies.
Yeah. But I don't know if you can put it like this, if he has the same.
So we'll just quickly list these. So that we had the Chaturvyuha, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So these are some notes compiled from Srimad Bhagavatam purports in the 4th canto and in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila. So Vasudev, I'm just reading here basically. It says Vasudev predominates consciousness, Sankarshan predominates knowledge associated with false ego, ahankara. Pradyumna predominates intelligence, and Aniruddha predominates mind. And then we understand that there's the first quadruple expansion and then the second Chaturvyuha. So again, we have another Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. And from that second Sankarshana comes Mahavishnu, Karanodakashayi Vishnu. and then Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. These are collectively called the Purusha avatars. So I'm just reflecting back on our childhood when we learned, when we understood, Vishnu is the Supreme. And when we heard of this Vishnu, actually it's the Kshirodakashayi Vishnu from whom all these incarnations are coming from. It's my understanding is that when the universe is in difficulty, the demigods, they go to the shore of the milk ocean, and lying on the milk ocean is Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And usually the demigods approach Lord Brahma, and he says, okay, let's approach Lord Vishnu. And then they assemble on the shore of the milk ocean and they say their prayers to Vishnu. And then from the Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, all these different incarnations expanded and manifested. So from my childhood understanding of, this Vishnu is the Supreme, but that's only Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. And understanding further from Prabhupada's books, we can see that who I considered as the Supreme in my childhood was one, so Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, then Mahasankarshan from the second Chaturvyuha, and then Sankarshan from the first Chaturvyuha, and then Lord Balaram, and then Lord Krishna. So who I considered was the Supreme was actually the seventh generation down from who is the real Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So that was my realization from reading about these things. Yeah. So it's amazing how much unlimited truth there is in the Lord's pastime and His appearance. So we can stop there. I'm sorry it wasn't the most structured class. I just had a few notes from here and there, but it's something hopefully I can read more about. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhupada ki Jai. I don't know if anyone had any corrections. Please feel free. Any corrections, any comments? Yeah. Thank you. So, Zui had a question about why renunciation is considered one of the opulences. Yesterday you had a question.
Yeah, more like, what does it mean?
Renunciation? Yeah, it means like, renunciation or detachment means you may have something, but you're not like attached to it, whether you have it or you don't have it. For example, in this world, if we get something like, say, most people are attached to their phone. Most people the phone is like their number one attachment in their life. Sometimes even more than the wife or the children or whatever. We're so attached to the phone. And if we lose our phone, then we're going to be so crazy. We're going to be so sad. We're going to be crying, and So this is what we call attachment. But someone who is detached or whose renunciation, it's not that they don't look after something. True understanding is not that, I'm not attached, therefore I don't look after anything. That's not the proper understanding. Still, we should respect everything as Krishna's energy. We should look after everything very nicely. But somehow or another, if we get a new nice phone, we'll be like, okay, thank you. But if we don't have a nice phone, or if we somehow or another we lose the phone, then we should not be so much like emotionally affected by that, because this is called detachment or renunciation. So does that help? That's what it means. Detachment or renunciation means we're not so attached to it. Yeah.
How should be the relationship with Krishna? It's not attachment, or what is the difference there?
That is a good question. But when we talk about these opulences, we're generally referring to either qualities or possessions. Like these Bhagavan means like, beauty, fame, knowledge, strength, renunciation, all these are like qualities, these are the things which define Krishna as the Supreme. But when we're talking about having a relationship with someone else, then if we're talking about detachment, then it's a different topic. It doesn't really apply. Our goal is to become attached to Krishna. That's our goal, actually. Not to say that, if I have Krishna or if I don't have Krishna, I don't mind. It shouldn't be like that. We should really be, the goal is that we should be so much attached to Krishna.
Only to Krishna and detachment from everything else.
No, but it depends what we understand. What does detachment mean? Real detachment means that we understand that everything belongs to Krishna. Even my wife, my children, my friends and family, they all belong to Krishna. And therefore, I should look after them very nicely. Even our things like computer, this thing, phone. The real understanding of detachment is that it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Krishna. And therefore, I should look after everything very nicely. I should keep it very clean, I should keep it very safe. My friends, my family, my wife and children, I should look after everything very nicely. How do you think, if you, I don't know if this is still recording or not, but, say if you, you borrow a car from your friend, yeah? And you ask your friend, excuse me, can I please borrow your car for the weekend? You're going to be very careful, This is not my car, this is my friend's car. So therefore I have to drive, I don't want to crash it, I don't want to scratch it,
But you don't attach to it because it's not yours as well.
Exactly. Similar. You're not attached to it because it's not yours, but at the same time you have to really look after it because, if you crash your friend's car, then it doesn't look very nice, Even if you have a lot of money, you can buy a new car, but that's not the point, is that your relationship will be disturbed because, you crashed your friend's car. It's just not very nice.
So attachment is like crashing. The crashing would be like the attachment. The attachment is the cause of disturbance.
So attachment is the cause of many problems, but how can we describe it? It's not necessarily the crashing of the car. The crashing of the car is just like an accident, which we're using to
the result of the attachment.
No. Crashing is not the result of attachment. Crashing is just like crashing is a result of not being careful, of not looking after properly. You know what I mean? If we crash something or if we lose something, it's because we didn't take care of it nicely. Yeah. But when it comes to our relationship with other people, we should understand that, everyone is a part of Krishna, and therefore I should respect him. I should really take care of him. Or your friends and your family, we understand that, because as part of Krishna, we should take care of them very nicely. Yeah. Not that we should be artificially detached and say, I'm not attached, so, I will not take care of you. Or I will not even speak to you nicely. Of course, your family, your friends, and we have to speak to them nicely. We have to show love to the friend, and it should be like, and it's not like pretending, it should be a real love, because we understand that everything is the energy of Krishna. So someone who is a devotee of Krishna, they will also have real love for everyone else, because we understand we're all from the same family. Actually, this was nice. We're seeing this whole family tree. So ultimately, everyone is part of Krishna's family. So that's how we can understand like attachment, detachment. Yeah. But at the same time, if we lose something, then we should not be too much emotionally affected, because we know that, it belongs to Krishna. Just like it's natural to say, if we lose a close family member, if we lose someone, then because we are attached to them, naturally we'll be sad. It's normal, it's normal. But even the higher understanding is that, having attachment to a devotee of Krishna, because by having the association of a devotee of Krishna, then they can help us to come closer to Krishna. So that's how we should really understand attachment between devotees of Krishna. And in terms of our relationship with Krishna personally, the ultimate goal is to try to become attached as much as possible. You see Srimati Radharani there with Krishna in the middle? So do you know who is, did Vishnu tell you, or so you know who is everyone on the altar? You know? You heard. So in the middle is Krishna, with Radha. Radha. You know who is Radha? The white lady? No. You know who she? No. She is Krishna's eternal consort, means eternal partner. Okay. Partner. Yeah. And Radha, when we talk about Krishna, we say Radha and Krishna, because like in loving relationships, in experiencing happiness, and generally people say that happiness is best is when you share it with someone. What do you think? Like, yeah, like we can be happy on our own, but like, naturally, if we have some nice experience, some happiness, then it's normal. It's still recording? It's fine. It's normal that we want to share. Like, say if we see a nice rainbow, and we say, hey, we said to our friend, hey, friend, look, rainbow. Yeah. Or if we have some nice food. Okay, it's nice we eat the food by ourselves, but it's more fun when we have a family sit together, have the dinner together. So this quality comes from Krishna directly. So Krishna, we heard that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and everyone else expand from him. So Srimati Radharani, she's an expansion of Krishna's heart. Okay. Yeah. She is Krishna's pleasure potency. So she is the one who gives the most pleasure to Krishna. She's Krishna's partner. So we can understand that in this world also we have many relationships. We have friends, we have uncle, we have auntie, we have our boss in the work, we have so many different people, maybe our work colleague, and that's nice. We say hello, how are you, have a good day, all good. But when we come back home to our partner, then that's when we feel this is the person we are the most close with in our life. We feel more comfortable, we feel more secure, we feel more safe, we feel more love with that one person, like the partner. So like that, Krishna, Radharani, she is an expansion of Krishna's heart, and they are one. You can never call them separate. They're always together. Yeah. So Srimati Radharani, she is one of the gopis. Gopis means like girls or women. Yeah. And she has many friends as well. They're also expansions of Radharani, the gopis. I can show you some more information later. But the gopis, they are really, really attached to Krishna. Even though sometimes they have their own husband, they have their own children, but they're just really, really attached to Krishna. Krishna is always in their heart. Krishna is everywhere they look, they always want to see Krishna. So the gopis, and Srimati Radharani, she's the best example. She's the best gopi. She is the one who is the most attached to Krishna, the one who gives the most pleasure to Krishna. So that is our understanding of what is the perfect relationship with Krishna, is that we should be so much attached to Krishna in the sense of we want to make Krishna happy, isn't it? So even in this world, if we have like a partner, sometimes some people think, oh, he is a good partner or she is a good partner. What does that mean? It means they really want to make the other person happy, isn't it? Good partner doesn't mean that, she is beautiful, or she is very intelligent, or he is very strong. That's fine. He may be very strong, but like sometimes they say the girls like the men with the big muscles, or something, or the men, maybe if they are very intelligent, they are very strong, they have a lot of money. These kind of things are considered attractive, isn't it, for women to have a partner sometimes. That's fine. They may have all these things, but it's material, but it is considered attractive from one point of view, that, oh, this man, he is rich, he is strong, he is beautiful, maybe he will be a good husband. Okay, that's fine. But if he doesn't try to make the wife happy, will the wife be happy? Even though he has so much money, so many nice cars, so many big house. But if he doesn't make an effort to actually make the wife happy, she will not be happy. So that's our goal. Our goal is to try to follow the example of Srimati Radharani, is that whatever she does, she try to make Krishna happy. In this way, she is so attached to Krishna. So being attached to Krishna is good, but being attached to material things is, can cause us can cause us problems, because then if we lose it, then we become sad. Or if we become too attached to material things, then we will not be so much attached to Krishna. We maybe forget Krishna. So that's the kind of understanding of attachment and detachment. Yeah. What do you think?
It's more clear now.
Yeah. And detachment is one of the special opulences of Krishna, because he has everything. Krishna has everything, but still, because he has everything, it doesn't matter if he has something or he doesn't have something, because he has everything anyway. So that's called renunciation. And also in Krishna's pastimes on earth 5,000 years ago, he also showed renunciation. He lived as like a student, as a monk, where he has no position. And then later in his life, he was the king, the king of Dvaraka, one kingdom. So he showed in his own life, in his pastimes, that sometimes he had nothing, sometimes he had everything, but he's still always fully satisfied. Yeah.
It's super interesting. I was reading this book that I found in my room.
I haven't read it, but I know the author.
Well, it was nice that it was saying about the less we have, the richer we are, but in the material world.
Say again.
That